All right, let's look at the font property. Font property is a shorthand property. I sometimes mix it up and say shortcut property. So very often we're setting the style and the weight and the family for a font. Rather than have three separate lines, the font property lets us specify those things all on one line. So I can specify the font style. I can set the variant. We didn't really talk about variant, but you can set things like how you want the capitalization stuff to be with variant. That's a project you can look up on your own. We can set the weight, we can set the font size and the line height, and we can set the font family all on one line. So here's a couple of examples. Here's the font property, and we're setting 20 pixels for the size, font family, Arial, and sans serif. Here's the font size. Here's the font property again. We're setting this font to italic. The font variant is small caps. We're setting the weight to bold, the size to 12 pixels, and the line height to 30 pixels. And we're specifying Georgia and sans serif. So the only thing to remember about this is that you have to use the size and you have to set the font family if you're doing this shortcut. All the other values, if you leave them out, it just uses their defaults. Let's try this on our page. I'm going to go over here. So I am setting the font size here and the line height and the style. And I also had set the font family. So let me do this all in one line for my H1s. So, I'm going to leave those there for now, just so I have something to reference. And I am going to say font. And I am going to set it to bold. We'll set it to 2.5 EM for the font and 3 EM for the line height. That should work. And we'll set the style to italic. That would be okay. And then we'll set the font to Arial, Helvetica, and sans serif. Okay, now I can get rid of all these other ones. And I'm going to leave these down here. H3s. Save this. Refresh. And you'll see that I'm getting the settings. Ooh, my italic didn't work. I have the line height. Let me change that. That's definitely working. Do normal. Test that one. Oh, these are being overridden down here. So that's why that's happening. Let's just take this one out. See if that's right. Those got set back to normal. But you get the idea. So when you see font instead of font dash family, font dash size, font dash weight, just know that it's a shortcut operator specifying multiple things at one time. And therein lies my problem. I can't set normal and weight when I've already set it over here to bold. Why that didn't work. All right, so play around with that, play around with the shortcut operator, but it saves you doing things on 4 separate lines. You can do them all in one line when you need to.